Well, dear congregation, time for another letter for the week and thinking about Christmas. And so, God's grace to you during this time of Advent. So, my question is today why do we allow only children to be children and to enjoy playing? I want to share a Christmas invitation or an Advent invitation to be childlike. Have you ever taken time to explore the nooks and crannies of a new surrounding, especially in the early morning hours, before the day begins? Playful experiments uh, that lead to some treasured observations. I can remember my first days at seminary, having time before my first morning class, and I wandered around the campus and just trying to get my feel for the area. And it struck me how the squirrels, uh, they made me curious. I started following them and watching them and just to kind of play a little bit and then asking Jesus what to show me, uh, what the squirrels could teach me. And I got this from it. We are, as humans, are a lot like squirrels that roam the campus. We're comfortable with anyone who is walking by as long as they're not paying attention to us. Yet, it is ingrained in us that those who stop to pay attention to us can be considered harmful. And that's the nature of our brokenness. The ones who stop are harmful. And so we freeze. And then we find an escape if the person continues to pay attention. So it's really no wonder that we're afraid to walk toward Jesus, the one who stopped to take notice of us, the one who notices us when we shouldn't have been noticed. So slowing down to experiment and play in our relationship with Jesus is good. It allows us creativity, it uses intellect and imagination, and that might reveal what is hiding in plain sight. Relax and play like a child, particularly in your relationship with Jesus. Profound insights may be revealed, like the treasure buried in the field from that parable in Matthew 13. Because when I was willing to stop in the midst of my day to play on God's playground, to allow my soul to climb the monkey bars and to pump my legs on the swing, I could face the challenges of the new life more wholly, making openness for myself. When we meet Jesus in the Bible, we're like those children who just arrived at the playground and found our best friend already on the swings. He wants us to grow down into childhood again. Unless you are converted, he says, and become like children, you will not enter the kingdom of heaven. Now, because the Christmas season is filled with so many childlike wonders and magnetic invitations into mystery and delight, there is no better time than this one to take our next step toward a relaxed and playful way of living. See, it doesn't matter what our preferred form of play is as long as we enjoy it. If we feel good when we're doing something that requires creativity, then it's a path of grace that Jesus has given us. This means all creative outlets work. Maybe you like writing, maybe you like photography, maybe you like drawing or doodling, sculpturing, carpentry, sewing, and there's so many things that we can love to do, especially in this time of year. But here are some other possibilities for us to consider. Uh, If you love to dance, dance. And if you hate to dance, do it in the short spurts, in some safe spaces. Think about it as bringing to light to others who will not be expecting you to break out like that. How about taking a community-based craft class or watch an instructional video on how to, say, paint in watercolors or make your own flower pots? Perhaps that'd be an opportunity with the shortage of gifts, as they say, to make crafts for holiday gifts. Something of yourself, of your play, to give to others. Well, take more of those photos with your phone, but point them away from you. Let's call these selflessies. Less of ourself and more of things around us. And then let's look back at these pictures and just kind of observe them. Now think about taking some photos that, well, maybe they can appear in a book of photography. And then use that imagined standard as a spark for your own creativity. If you have a family with children, you might want to consider designating one night a week or one weekend night as your family game time. Now, play games that appeal to both the younger and older players. Write your prayers in a journal. This can be a very creative outlet that can change your whole conversational relationship with Jesus. Infusing it with a kind of interactive poetry. Well, it's not something you've done before. Choose a smaller format journal. Write it down on Post-it notes, and then save those notes and observe them later. You don't have to fill up a page in order to write. Or maybe consider drawing your prayers instead of using words. How about this? Find a place to listen to live music. There are so many opportunities during Advent for this. There's so many opportunities to hear the holiday season. We have so many local venues that offer choirs or even some caroling. Maybe you want to start your own caroling group and wander the streets and sing carols. Here's something for those who like being in the kitchen. Try a new recipe between now and Christmas. Make something you've never made before. Be creative. Practice dependent prayer. Now, what is that? That is simply asking Jesus how to pray for your challenges and needs, or the challenges and needs of others. Before you even open your mouth, pause, get quiet, and ask like a child for Jesus to guide you before you begin to pray. And think of this as playing on the playground with Jesus. Jesus is not as, what would you say, not as uptight as we assume. This is a subtle gift to us during these holiday season. When we embrace this truth about him, we are free to explore our relationship with Jesus creatively, imaginatively, and intimately. Jesus wants us to join him as children on the playground. He's been patiently waiting on the monkey bars for a long time just for you. I invite you to reply to me, through this email, just to me, and tell me what you think. How are you going to play this season? God bless you during this Advent season and in your life. Take time to play. Take time to get on the monkey bars with Jesus. Just take time to be part of a relationship with him. So God's blessings. We will see you next week. Take care.